Um, I mean, it was kind of back and forth. It was a one-possession game either way, and everybody was in the bonus, and just plays here and there that were really, indicative of just how wild the whole game was. Back and forth, a lot of scoring, a lot of playmaking, but a lot of competitiveness too. Like, I think everybody's trying to, get off to good starts. During the year, the in-season tournament vibe and the court change and all that just added a little extra energy to it. So, bled all the way down into the fourth quarter where plays are going back and forth, and it was obviously entertaining. Could have gone either way. Thankfully, went our way.
Yes, Steve was saying how he didn't think the call was going to be in your favor. Dario was saying how it was motion up and down waiting for that official call to be made. What were you thinking during the review? Were you thinking it was going to be called in your favor against you guys?
It was hard for me to see the jumbotron, to see the replays, and I was I had my contacts in so I could see from a long way away the little monitor that they were looking at. I didn't see it in live because when I laid it up, I kind of fell on the baseline. I saw it go in. I saw Draymond was up there, and I couldn't tell if he touched the ball or not, or if Giddey grabbed the net or not. And I think they called it no good at first, reviewed it. And I know whichever way they call it, you have to have the evidence to go the other way. And that's where doubt crept in, because I couldn't tell what camera angles they had. But thankfully, they got it right, because if I'm not mistaken, he grazed the rim but didn't touch the ball. And good basket. I mean, considering we gave up 139 points, you're glad down the stretch we've gotten some necessary stops, and I think the biggest thing is we're just getting good shot attempts. Even, I think Clay's last possession, last game tonight, it was a tie game, so it really wasn't indicative of ball control, but the last 3 minutes, so we were just, making good plays, keeping the game simple, and that helps, maintain composure and not give the other team, extra possessions or kind of deflate you a little bit, so that helps you stay engaged and gives you a shot. And you're playing the numbers game at that point down the stretch, and, you just want to have as many good possessions as possible. We've done a pretty good job of that.
13 assists and 0 turnovers for Chris tonight. What do you think about that?
It's impressive, to say the least. His ability to see the court, he really got JK going. JK got himself going, but he got, JK in the right positions. Got Mo some good looks. Dario obviously got him some good looks the whole game. He just has a knack for it. He's had it his whole career. And watch out when he starts making shots. Like, that's going to be the fun part when he puts it all together. So it's very, very impressive. I am super jealous of the assist-to-turnover ratio. I did not have that in my bag.
You jersey swap with Chet after the game. I'm just curious your early thoughts on him, and a lot of your shots tonight were going against him at the rim protector. Just how challenging is he already as a shot blocker?
He's challenging because he really wants it. Like, he goes after it. He puts himself in position to make those plays. Obviously, offensively, he's ridiculously talented. He's a tough cover for bigs. He's a tough cover for guards if you switch, just because he can get from A to B pretty quick. He's got good finishing. He's got length. You have to respect him at all 3 levels. And he's just getting started. So it's the jersey swap and the history we have. He crossed me up at my own camp, whatever year that was. But to see him, now come, as I know he had a rough injury to start his career, but back and playing and healthy and playing well, it's fun to see.
Yeah, first time playing against him in the NBA. Obviously, touched on it earlier. Great players over there, and he's one of them. definitely a guy you got to know where he is at all times, and it's a cool first full circle moment, I guess you could call it. You know, going to his camp, however many years ago it was, and you know, now being in the league with him and playing and competing, and you know, that's what it's all about. I want to go out there and compete with these dudes, and they want to do the same. So it's great. You know, they're up 1-0 on us, and you know, we just got to continue to get better and for when we see
about if that was or wasn't a goaltender, or what, you know, whatever they were called.
Involved in the discussion. We can't make the decision. You know what I mean? We just trying to figure it out like everybody else.
What was, I mean, what, like, we're just trying to figure out what was it, a giddy grabs the net, that's why
I don't know. They said it counted, so
okay.
on to the next.
So what do you think of, obviously the fit in season tournament because they want to take excitement, but just this type of environment and intense of a game the first couple days into that?
I mean, honestly, the in-season tournament is great. I think it's going to be extremely competitive. But I tell you, whether that was an in-season tournament game or not, it was going to be the same way. You know what I mean? Like, you got two very competitive teams that, you know, we on the first game of a road trip, and, you know, we need wins, and I'm sure they're thinking the same thing.
It's only been a handful of games. What do you think about the way that you guys are closing?
I'm a big believer in piling up wins. You know what I mean? We're still trying to figure out defenses and all this stuff, you know, with a short training camp and the new bodies and people coming in and stuff like that. What was it? I forgot who we was playing against. That was the first time we did our press break offense. You know what I mean? So it's certain things that we still putting in and sort of figuring out. But we want to win games and figure that out at the same time.
Steve was mentioning he thought you guys will take the next step when Wiggins come in and Gary really kind of inserts himself in that athletic thing, like, you know, Wiggins did late tonight on the glass.
Yeah, and they doing great, but also me too, you know what I mean, especially on the offensive end. But, like, that's what I said. Like, it's crazy being in team sports for so long. Things could be a lot different if we were trying to figure this stuff out right now and we were losing. You know, when you winning games, just everybody's spirit is better or whatnot. We know we still got a long way to go on the defensive end, execution, all of this, because the lineups are changing. And when you got a core group who's been together so long, they got certain things that they just, you know, we know this will work. You know, they know this will work, but incorporating myself, JK, and all that stuff, it takes time.
I assume when you're talking about yourself, I mean, you got 13 assists now, you're talking about just your jumper right now.
Yeah, shit ain't going in. You know what I mean? But good thing about it is I know that that's not the normal. You know what I mean? But it's crazy to think about. You know, I could score 1 point or 2 point and we still win the game. So it's a nice luxury to have.
You know, Chris, you know, one night it's Moses, one night it's Jonathan, you know, tonight it's Dario. How cool is it to be a part of a team? We're looking at this bench, like, you think you really need them tonight? Yeah,
that's just the depth of our team, you know, and you need that over the course of a season. And these guys know they won 73 games one time, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they didn't win championships, you know what you're going to get out of Steph, Clay, Dre, and different guys or whatnot. I think us building up the confidence of our bench in that unit all season long is going to be big.
You were with them kind of on the front side of what they were building. Obviously, Shea is a piece that you were with. What do you, as you kind of look from the outside, see with this group that's been built around Shea?
I mean, Shea is Shea. You know, he gonna do what he does. But I mean, I look at them guys like my family. You know what I mean? Especially Shea and Lou. You know, and Bays and a number of those guys, Schroeder. But they were with me. That was the first year I lived without my family. You know, so those guys, we super tight for life. So it's crazy to see Lou. You know what I mean? I'd just be so happy for them. Obviously, I'm going to compete against them all the time, but Mark does a great job with them, you know, along with Mike Wilkes and the coaching staff and Donnie Stratton, all these people, man. They do a good job of instilling confidence in all the guys. You know, like Lou played with us. He was a rookie. right? Played in the playoffs and everything, so they do a great job of, making sure everybody has confidence.
Do you see what the world seems to start seeing about them? They're kind of, really on the move.
Oh yeah, I know. It's hard in this league because, even last year they were really, really good, but when you lose those close games, I talk about a lot of times there's teams that'll lose 12 games that's decided by 5 points or less, and that's the difference in the playoffs at times. But they're going to be competitive every night. They're going to win games or whatnot because they play hard and they well coached.
Great.
Yep, no problem.